Hello, good evening. Welcome to RupEng-News.
Hello there. Very good evening indeed. I'm Shra Mascarenhas.
And I'm Clifford Richards.
The Joint Trade Union Organization requests the employees of the state and private sector institutions to rally round to defeat the conspiracies aimed at destabilizing the country. The organization points out that the conspirators should not be allowed to acquire human lives in creating public commotions in the country. The working masses, trade unions and the public organizations jointly organized a foot walk in Colombo yesterday. Several thousands of people participated in this event. The participants of the footwalk demonstrators said that the liberated nation should be safeguarded and it is essential to have a stable government for this purpose. The demonstrators pledged that they would extend their fullest cooperation to the President Mahinda Rajapaksa and the government to safeguard the sovereignty of the motherland. The Joint Trade Union Organization points out that it is the objective of the conspirators to show the international community that the country is unstable. They are creating non-existent problems to achieve this objective. The trade unions point out that the government has revised the electricity tariff without creating much inconvenience to the people. Meanwhile, certain political parties of the opposition also organized a demonstration yesterday. Although the organizers of this demonstration stated that they have organized it in connection with the electricity crisis, there were many demonstrators in that procession shouting slogans calling to topple the government. The Joint Trade Union Organization points out that the objective of this kind of demonstration is to divide the country. Addressing a media conference in Colombo, they said that the opposition demonstration was sponsored by the anti-national NGOs who are sustained by dollar funds received from foreign countries. Ranjit Hettiarachi of the Joint Trade Union Organization said that certain defeated forces are attempting under the guise of the electricity crisis to destabilize the government and get their politically motivated objectives achieved. In this leaflet issued by the opposition groups yesterday, more than 50% of the organizations that were listed to participate in the protests were names of well-known NGOs that depend on foreign dollar fund. The General Secretary of the Joint Trade Union Organization, S. Amarasinghe, said that it was the United National Party government that killed the people and the working masses in the year 1953. They killed the working masses in 1980 and 1983 as well. Even in the year 1989, they killed the working population. Even in this protest march, what they attempt to do is to take out the private sector working population to the streets and thereby let at least one human carcass for their political objective. Jaya Tilakapathirana of the Public Service Trade Union Federation said that in a opposition demonstration yesterday, their slogan was not to demand reduction in electricity traffic, but what they demanded was to chase out this government. Pasanta Handapangoda of the Sri Lanka Independent Teachers Union asked how the people who cannot do their job by safeguarding the working culture could guarantee the employment of others. She said that at present there is no compulsion for teachers to come out of the streets and make demonstrations. They have got their privileges under this government. P. Chandrasena of Sri Lanka Estate Workers Joint Trade Union Federation said that there is no increase for electricity charges for less than 60 units. He said that this is a great concession for the workers in the estate. It is only a limited use of electricity they make. He further said that about 250,000 estate workers are not in any manner affected by this electricity tariff revision. The Deputy Secretary of the Government Family Health Services Union, Devika Kodithuaku, said that although the opposition group was telling they are holding a demonstration against the electricity charges, their hidden motive is to launch a conspiracy to topple the government. Meanwhile, certain private bus owners associations have declared that they would take strike action. The National Transport Commission said that they are prepared to face this threat. The chairman of the National Transport Commission, Roshan Gunawardena, said that some people think that there will be no bus services on the 19th and 20th. He said that they will not allow to pawn commuters and hold strikes at that time. He said that even a single bus will not be allowed to be kept in the garages. Mr. Gunawardena pointed out that 70% of the private bus operators are against the strike. Holding off strikes will only inconvenience bus owners as well as those who are employed in the bus service. Therefore, they have joined together at present.
The Sri Lanka Independent Workers Union of the Electricity Board says that it is normal that the electricity charges in any country will get increased when the fuel prices in the world market will get increased on a daily basis. Concessions on electricity charges have been provided to the low-income families under the mediation of the President. The union alleged that despite this, the NGOs which are against Sri Lanka are creating inconveniences for the government under the guise of electricity crisis. Well, about 70% of electricity generation in Sri Lanka is made by using fuel. The rest is generated by hydropower plants. This is not the first time that the Electricity Board increased the prices of electricity. The Sri Lanka Independent Trade Union points out that while providing concessions to the electricity consumers, the sustenance of the Electricity Board should also be ensured. Even the trade unions and the political leaders who organize strikes and walks against electricity tariff increases are well aware of this reality. However, they do not divulge this truth to the people. It has become the hidden motive of the anti-national NGOs and the bankrupt political parties to develop the electricity tariff increase problem up to a struggle for destabilizing the country. The Sri Lanka Independent Trade Union of the Electricity Board in a press release points out that no one should be allowed to destabilize the motherland which was liberated by the war heroes sacrificing their lives.
Well, more than 12,400 people in 13 districts have been affected due to the unfavorable weather conditions experienced during the last 3 days. The Disaster Management Centre informed that these people are being provided with expeditious relief facilities by the government agents of relevant districts. The cyclone situation developed recently directly affected 7 provinces. It caused damages to Kandy, Matale, Nuwara, Ratnapura, Kurunegala, Batticaloa, Jaffna, Manna, Kilinochchi, Vavuniya, Polonnaruwa and Mathura districts. 8 persons have died and another person was missing. 14 people have been injured and more than 200 houses were completely destroyed. 52 relief centres have been established in districts of Nuwara, Kandy, Batticaloa and Jaffna. About 1,800 families are housed in these relief centres. Allocations have been made to the district secretaries of relevant areas to provide expeditious relief assistance. In addition to providing cooked and dry food rations, the victimized people have also been provided with household utensils. The houses inundated in Haddon and Wattawala areas are now being cleaned. The soldiers of the Lakshapana Army Camp and the police personnel from the Wattawala, Norton Bridge and Haddon police stations are undertaking this work. 165 displaced families of the area have been provided with immediate assistance. The Nuwara Municipal Council and Disaster Management Centre are undertaking these activities. The displaced people are housed at the Wattawala Tamil Mahavidyalaya. The District Secretary of the Nuwara DPG Kumarasiri said that they cooked food are being provided to these people. Electricity supply has been affected for several villages. Due to the overflow of the Haddon Noya, Wattawala and Haddon areas have been inundated.
The majority of graduates recruited for the public service will be confirmed in their appointments before the end of this month. Well, those who did not receive the appointment letters will be provided with confirmation letters effective from the date of ending their training period. Minister Ranjit Simalapitiya said at a media conference held yesterday that the graduates will be provided permanent appointments. Minister Simalapitiya said that under this scheme, about 52,000 graduates have now joined the public service after completion of their training. The Ministry of Public Administration and Home Affairs will take in 30,000 of them for public service by the end of this month. The majority of those who have completed their training will get appointments before the end of this month. He said that permanent appointments are given upon joining the public service after completion of the training period. The minister said that under this scheme, no injustice will be caused to any of the graduates. If there are any delays in getting relevant appointment letters, it will be issued with retrospective effect.
The Health Minister of El Salvador, Mrs. Maria Isabella, has commended the Sri Lankan research team that presented the results of the first research relating to the unidentified renal disease. The Latin American researchers have said that the main cause for this renal disease, which could not be identified in several countries including El Salvador, was arsenic. A large number of people in several Latin American countries, including El Salvador, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Honduras, and Panama and Mexico, are suffering from unidentified renal diseases similar to Sri Lanka. As a result of the research carried out by a team of Kelaniya University, it was discovered that arsenic containing in pesticides in the cause for this renal disease. Their research reports were released even to the internet. The researchers in Latin America has conducted independent researches based on Sri Lanka research report. Accordingly, they have obtained results identical with the Sri Lanka research report. Several Latin American countries have come to an agreement in facing the disease in the future.
Thank you very much for your
The Sri Lankan Medical Research held a media conference in Colombo yesterday. Dr. Channa Jayasumana said that they were able to discover within a short period, about 5 months, the cause of this disease. Dr. Kumudu Dahanayaka said that they also found a high percentage of arsenic in the present pesticides. Professor Nalin De Silva said that at present we have contributed to the world about this discovery. Other than this, we have not given any other thing. The doctor said that they commend the government for banning the import of 4 types of pesticides.
The National Victory Day commemoration function will be held at the Golface Green, Colombo, on Saturday, the 18th of this month. Well, this function has been organized in connection with the historical 4th anniversary of the vanquishing of the scourge of terrorism from the soil of this nation. Prior to this main function, several provincial functions are also being held. Well, the Sabaragamuwa Ranaviru commemoration function was held near the War Heroes Monument of Ratnapura. The governor of the Sabaragamuwa province, W.J. Rukubandara, and Chief Minister Mahipala Herath attended the function. Meanwhile, the Northwestern Province Ranaviru commemoration function was held today near the War Hero Monument of Kurunegala. It was organized by the Northwestern Province Governor's Office and the Ranaviru Service Authority. The Governor Tissa Baralla was the chief guest. The Chief Minister Atula Vijay Singh and several others attended the function. The Southern Province Ranaviru commemoration function was held near the War Hero Monument at Galle. Several thousand Ranaviru families participated at the function along with the Governor, Mrs. Kumari Balasuriya, Chief Minister Shan Vijayalal De Silva and Senior Minister Pirsena Gamage.
3,918 teachers of Piriven national and semi-government schools have been provided with their salary arrears, which were pending for about a period of 7 years. Their payments were made today at the Ministry of Education. Due to several problems, holding of examinations for promotions have also been delayed. Therefore, it has not been possible for the ministry to calculate their salaries at the right time. The government has taken a policy decision to hold the promotion examinations at the due time. Accordingly, salary arrears amounting to 4,000 million rupees were paid to teachers last year. 270 million rupees were paid this year, and the ministry has completed the payment of salary arrears. Minister Bandula Gunawardena assured that steps will be taken to prevent this kind of salary arrears getting created in the future. Minister Bandula Gunawardena said that the accounting division of the Ministry of Education has now formulated a program to expeditiously implement the salary increases that will be made from time to time. Venerable Vatinapaha Somananda Thero and the Secretary to the Ministry of Education, Gotabaya Jayaratna, also attended the function.
Well, it has been made compulsory to test whether dicyanamide is contained in the imported milk powder. Accordingly, the relevant companies have to present a certificate issued from a recognized laboratory certifying that dicyanamide, known as DCD, is not present in their products. Well, this has been emphasized by the Food Advisory Committee of the Ministry of Health. Well, this decision has been taken by the Food Advisory Committee and it's at its meeting held under the chairmanship of the Director General of the Health Services, Dr. Mahipala Herath, Dr. Palita Mahipala rather. The imported milk powder even after releasing for the market, will also be tested. An interim committee has also been formed to carry out further research on dicyanamide. Well, up to now, there was no criteria on the accepted level of dicyanamide in milk powder. However, anything that is harmful to the human body should not be included in food items. The Food Advisory Committee informed that if dicyanamide is contained in the imported milk powder, action will be taken against it. The committee has also decided to get samples of all imported milk powder that has been released for consumption. Well, these samples will be tested in laboratories of 3 countries. The program is being implemented under the instructions of the Minister Johnston Fernando.
The Sri Lanka RupEng Corporation is conducting its Nanamihira program for the benefit of students who will be sitting for the scholarship exam this year. Another workshop of this nature was held at Mahamaya Balika Vidyalaya Kandy today. Our correspondent said, Chananda Gunaratna, that the National RupEng formulates various education programs with the objective of increasing the knowledge of the future child population of the country. This seminar is one of the series of programs. The Nanamihira Scholarship Seminar Series is being targeted for the Grade 5 Scholarship Examination students, which is to be held in August this year. The seminar being held in Kandy district is broadcasting from time to time through the National RupWahini. It was possible to hold a successful seminar today with the contribution of the veteran teachers. More than 1,400 students representing schools in the Kandy district participated in today's seminar. Our intention is to make the students ready for the scholarship program this year. The National RupEng is planning to hold these seminars covering all districts in the country.
Well, a Sri Lankan delegation led by the Deputy Minister of External Affairs, Neomal Pereira, has arrived in the Belarus capital of Minsk to enhance bilateral relations, especially in trade, tourism and investment. The Sri Lankan delegation is in Minsk to explore prospects of implementing joint projects between the 2 countries and new markets for the Sri Lankan products and seek investment opportunities. The delegation met with representatives of the Belarusian Business Circle on Wednesday in the Minsk branch of the Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry for discussions. During the visit to Minsk, the minister plans to sign several agreements to further advance and boost cooperation between business circles of the 2 countries. As a measure to enhance bilateral ties, the Sri Lankan President Mahinda Rajapaksa is scheduled to visit Belarus late August. Bilateral trade between Belarus and Sri Lanka in 2012 totaled US dollars 42.6 million, while Sri Lanka's exports to Belarus only amounted to US dollars 9.1 million.
Well, Sri Lanka is to host the World Crocodile Conference. The conference is scheduled to be held from the 20th to the 23rd of May. This is the first time that such an event of this magnitude will be taking part in South Asia. This was organized by the IUCN SSC Crocodile Specialist Group. This is a worldwide network that includes biologists, wildlife managers, government officials and independent researchers. There will be presentations and discussions that will be conducted by scientists all around the world. The conference will focus on human-crocodile conflict, conservation, diseases, captive care and management.
Well, it's time to move on to the trading details of the Colombo Stock Exchange now.
A very good evening to you. I'm Sharifah Tahir with the latest on sports. The combined team won the match against Sri Lanka A team in the triangular cricket tournament at the Sri Lanka Cricket. The match was played at the Palakare Cricket Stadium. Batting first, Sri Lanka Cricket A team scored 211 runs in 47.4 overs. Ashan Priyanjan scored 51 runs, Udara Jayasundara 32 runs and Sikuke Prasanna scored 30 runs. Sachit Raserasinghe took 3 wickets for 34 runs. Dilhara Lokuhettige and Chaturanga De Silva also took 2 wickets each. In response, the combined team reached the target of 212 runs in 40.3 overs for the loss of 5 wickets. Dimuth Karunaratne 109 runs not out. Mahala Udawata 40 and Sachitra Serasinghe 29 not out. Udara Jayasundara, Sekuge Prasanna and Suranga Lakmal took 1 wicket each. And finally, on sports, Minister of Sports Mahindananda Alutkamage said that Sharks Rugby Club of Hambantota could popularize rugby in the southern province. The Sharks Rugby Association has been established on a concept of parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksha. The introduction of the new sports club was held in Colombo yesterday. Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksha said that by providing high-standard training, the southern province will be able to bring talented players to the national and international levels. He said that the club will also be able to identify talented village players. The players, by coming up to the national and international level, will get many benefits. Minister Johnston Fernando and several veterans in the rugby field attended the media conference.
In this occasion, there is last year and
Chamat Sila Fernando of High School of Mount Lavinia, who has become a junior national table tennis champion, has got the opportunity of sponsoring sports gear. Rahim Trading Institute will distribute 200,000 rupees worth of sports gear annually. The training institution has so far sponsored 27 sportsmen and women from low-income families.
With that good news, we wrap up today's bulletin of RupEng. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Right.